The federal government is shut down for the second day in a row as Washington struggles to clean up after the massive blizzard. This NASA image shows how snow covers much of the East Coast after the deadly and disruptive winter storm.
At least 45 deaths in 11 states and D.C. are blamed on the weather. Schools remain closed in Washington, Baltimore, and Philadelphia, and D.C.'s mayor says the city still faces several days of cleanup ahead. Kris Van Cleave is in Washington. Kris, good morning.
Good morning. Frustration is starting to build on roads like Grant Street here in Washington, streets that are essentially frozen in time, that haven't been touched and can't move. Now, over in Virginia, across the river, only about 60% of subdivisions have passable roads. Officials are asking people to stay home if they can. They're asking for patience and another day to try to get the roads clear. Washington, D.C. is struggling to get back to business. Nearly 2 feet of snow fell over the weekend and brought the nation's capital to a standstill.
We're finalizing the paperwork that will allow us to apply for disaster assistance from FEMA.
D.C.'s Metro worked overtime to get almost all the commuter trains back up by this morning. Amtrak is running with reduced service.
This is a giant team effort.
The district's director of emergency management says all the major roads in and out of D.C. have been cleared. Is there more that should have been done here in the district?
Here in the district, we know our conditions and what our roadways look like and what it's like for our residents and children out there, and we're making the best decision we can make here.
But some side streets haven't seen a plow even more than 48 hours after the snow stopped. Douglas Hume moved to D.C. from North Carolina just hours after the storm started Friday afternoon.
What do you think of all this snow?
You know, this is definitely the most I've ever seen and most I've ever dealt with. Don't have a gym membership yet, so I guess I'm glad that I'm getting a workout.
Some residents are concerned the pace of the district's snow removal response could have dangerous consequences.
What do you think about the fact there's still 3 feet of snow on your street?
If somebody needed to get up here, like an ambulance or a fire truck, God forbid, doesn't look like they're getting in here anytime soon.
The federal government remains closed for another day. Schools, at least some of them, could go back tomorrow. And there's a lot of concern about what happens when all the commuters come back into Washington, D.C. Concerns about more snow-caused gridlock. The city is bringing in more equipment, including a giant snow melter that came in from Indiana, as they continue to try to get this city up and running again. Gail?
A lot to worry about there. Thank you, Kris.